बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम रब्बि शरह ली सदरी व यस्सिर ली अमरी वहलुल उक़दतम मिन लिसानी यफ़क़हू क़ौली। अल्लाहुम्मा रब्बना आतिना फ़िद दुनिया हसनतन व फ़िल आख़िरति हसनतन व क़िना अज़ाबन्नार रब्बी ज़िदनी इल्मा। Assalamu alaikum and good afternoon everyone. Hope you will be feeling well today, and whatever have brought you here into this session and whatever you are thinking about and dreaming about, I pray that you get that. May all your dream come true, and may you get whatever you are up to, and whatever dreams you have, whatever goals you have set for yourself, and the struggle which you are doing, may Allah give you great reward for it. Do you people study literature? Do you have any idea about what is literature? What is the importance of literature? And what is the significance of literature? And why should we read literature? And what sort of books should we read? And why should we read all those books? So today we will discuss what is literature and what is the importance of literature. Literature is the most significant and interesting expression of human life. If there is anything interesting and significant in human life, that is literature. Why it has been considered, why the expression has been considered highly significant and interesting? Because the novelist, the dramatist, the poets, the story writers, they write in such a beautiful way that it not only entertain us, but it also inspire us, and it also teach us something great about life. Literature is a process in which the authors express the human experiences in a specific way. Every writer has got his own specific style. A poet writes in his own style, a novelist writes in his own style, and a dramatist writes in his own style. And they depict life. They write about life. They write about you and me. They write about stories. You are a story, I am a story. They write about our feelings, our emotions, our thoughts. They write about our experiences. Whatever we experience, they write it in a beautiful way. So those people who study literature, they study life. What is life? How we should live a good life? How can we live a successful life? Because a single book is the life experience, the whole life experience of an author. If an author has written a book at the age of 50 or 60 or 70 years, so he has written all his experiences in that single book, 50, 60 year experience. And when you read that book, so you get that much experience just in a couple of days. Every language has its own literature. We have our own literature. Pashto language has its own literature. If you want to know about your culture, your history, your heroes, you must read about your literature. Because in literature, the writer, they preserve history, they preserve the culture. The subject matter of literature is human life, a life. It is all about life. When you read a story, a novel, a drama, so there will be life-like characters, there will be life-like situations. There will be rich and poor characters. There will be doctors, there will be engineers. There will be success, there will be failures, there will be achievements, there will be tragedies, there will be comedies. So, literature teaches us about life. The subject matter is life. It is human experiences and imagination. The writer make use of his experience as well as his imagination. He writes from his imagination. He take a character or a story and then he adds something from his imagination and he makes it beautiful and attractive. That's why we love reading that story, because he make use of his imagination. So writers, poets, dramatists, novelists, they are highly imaginative people. They create things. They have this quality of creation. They create new things. They give new knowledge, new ideas to the world. Literature cover all domains of life. As I told you that in a single novel, you will come to know about psychology, philosophy, history, even education. So it covers all domains of life. Literature covers everything. It covers all life. Whatever is in life, whatever disciplines are there, whatever fields are there, whatever different type of human beings are there, and whatever they are doing in their lives. So literature covers each and everything. It enlightens us about life. It gives us knowledge and information about life. That what is life and how we should live our life. How we should live a peaceful life, how we should live a successful life, a happy life, in a great life, in an extraordinary life. It teaches, it makes us intelligent, wise, and mature. Now, if you want to become an intelligent person, you must start reading literature. And I'm not suggesting that you should read English literature. I'm suggesting literature. Literature means Pashto literature, Urdu, or English literature. Now, whatever language you want to develop, it is up to you. If you want to develop your English language, so you must start reading English literature. Because when you read English literature, so you develop vocabulary and you develop reading skill, you develop your language, your writing, everything. If you want to be a wise person, you must read books, and books on different topics. If you want to be mature, you must read books. So literature makes us intelligent, wise, and mature. It teaches us how to live a great life. And how to leave a great legacy to the world. Now, what is your vision? What is your mission? What is your purpose of life? What kind of life do you want to spend here? What are your objectives and goals? What goals or dreams do you want to fulfill or achieve? And then what do you want? What message do you want to leave to the world? What kind of change do you want to see in the world? Everybody want to change the world. Everybody want to have some impact and to change the world positively. So now what do you think in that line? Do you want that if you die, so people should remember something about you? Or if you die, so you should die, you should, at the end, you should be satisfied that you have done something, you should be proud of yourself that you have done something for humanity, and you are leaving behind something great. You have written some book, you have served humanity, you have positively contributed, you were an inspiration for people. So this is your legacy. My legacy, I want to empower, educate, and enlight. This is my legacy. So, until I'm alive, I would like to empower, I would like to educate, I would like to enlight. I will work on myself, and I will share whatever I learned from others, from different experiences. Literature gives us an alternate world. One is this real world. One is ideal world. So mostly the writer gives you an ideal world, that this is also possible. If we work for it, so this is possible. If we think about it, ideal world means everything is ideal and perfect, just like a heaven. So the writer will give you the picture of that in novels and dramas and literature. You will come across an ideal world. He will teach you, the writer teaches you that this is possible if you work for it. If we work on ourselves and then you work for our mission, so it's possible. We can get near. There is no pain in ideal world. There is no injustice in ideal world. There is peace. There is happiness. There is merit. There is justice. So in literature, we get an alternate world. And therefore, when you read a book, a story, so for that time you forget about this world, and you go to another world. You read about a character, and you think about only that character and his world, and therefore you forget about this world. So if you are sad and worried, so for the time being you suspend that. For the time being you forget about your worries, your concerns, your problem and difficulties, because you go to another world. It transforms you. Great literature has sublimity. Sublimity means it takes you to sublime state where you feel happy, and you forget about this harsh realities of life for a while. When you go to a cricket match, for example, or you go to stadiums, you forget about the realities. For time being, you watch that match and you forget about all the worries. So when the match finishes, after you feel relieved because you have disconnected from the world. So the same is true about literature. You watch a drama or movie, so for that very moment you are absorbed in something else. You don't worry about eating, you don't worry about your English or your education or your study. You're just focusing on that. So for that, during that time, you use your imagination, your thinking, your everything, and that's why it transforms you. So after watching that, you feel relieved. You feel sad or you feel happy. Sometimes in tragedy, there are two kind of dramas. One is tragedy, one is comedy. So when you read comedy, you'll feel happy. When you read tragedy, you will feel sad for some time. But that sadness will also make catharsis of your pent up emotions. You will get rid of your pent up emotions because you will see something very bad. It provides us universal connection. Literature provides us universal connection. When we read other cultural literature or when we read story, etc., so there are characters from different background and from different areas and geographical locations. So it connects us to different people of the world. Like if you read Indian literatures, you will get connected to Indian people. If you get Russian literatures, you will get connected with those people. You will come to know about their cultures and their daily experiences. So it universally connects us. And another thing, if someone has written a book 1,000 years before, so we cannot go there, we cannot experience their time. But when you read, so you start experiencing their time as well. Those people, what did they do? How did they act? So you also get those experiences. So this connect you universally with your past, and even there is a science fiction. Science fiction means that what will happen after 60 years or 70 years. So there will be a story about that. So we also get connected with people who will live after 60 or 70 years. So this is the power of literature. This is the power of story. So this is called, it connects us, it gives us universal connection. It teaches us story has power. Stories are important, stories has power, and stories can change the world. As I told you, literature is about stories. This is about us. You are a story, I am a story. Now, every person faces challenges in life. Now, how do I overcome my challenges and how did I get success? When I share these stories with people, so they will get inspired. If they are going through those challenges, so they will get an idea how to cope with those challenges, how to face those challenges, and how to overcome those challenges. So we will become an inspiration for them. So the writers, they share their problems and challenges, and through different medium, a genre of literature, like through poetry, through novel, through drama, they will teach you these different things. So literature teaches us the power of story. Story can change everything. And story has a great effect because we don't forget story. If you have heard a story in your childhood, you will still remember that. Because human brain work in images. You don't forget images or stories. When there is stories, it also create images on our print upon mind. Different characters come to our mind, different things come to our mind. And this is how we connect that, and this is how we remember it forever. So all the great public speakers, they make use of stories in their public speaking. And people remember it. And people also love stories. People also love stories. So your story is important, my story is important, we should share it. Now, there are different genre of literature. So there are four main genre of literature. drama, fiction, non-fiction, and poetry. These are four main genres of literature. These four main genres has subgenres. The subgenre of drama are comedy and tragedy. Comedy and tragedy are the subgenre of drama. Fiction has subgenre fantasy, folklore, historical fiction, mystery, realistic fiction, romance, science fiction, thriller or suspense. These are the subgenres of fiction. Now, as far as non-fiction is concerned in the subgenre of non-fiction, so non-fiction, there are subgenre of non-fiction. They are biography. Biography is the subgenre of non-fiction. Autobiography, narrative, periodicals, and reference material. These are the subgenre of non-fiction. The subgenre of poetry are lyric, narrative, and dramatic. These three are the subgenre of poetry. Now, if you want to get full benefit from literature, then we must read books about all these genres. We should not focus only on fiction. We should not focus only on non-fiction. We should not focus only on drama. We should not focus only on poetry. But we should read books on all these genres if we want to get real benefit of literature. And if we really want to transform ourselves as a person. If we really want to become an intelligent, wise, and mature person. We must read different books on all these genres, about all these genres. So this is how we will get the real benefit of literature. So if you want to transform yourself as a person, is the unit of society is individual. So when an individual is reform, or he starts a reform, or he become wise, so he will become a change agent for the rest of the society. And then he will reform the whole society. But first, we should read, we should get the message, we should learn it, and then we should act upon it. So when we become a better person, an informed person, an aware person, and we come to know about life, that what is life and how we should live a peaceful, happy, and successful life. And then we work on this agenda. This is my agenda to work for peace, to work for love, brotherhood, humanity, enlightenment, empowerment, education, to make this world a better place. This is the biggest objective of literature, to make this world an ideal place for living. and how to cope the challenges of life. So I will highly recommend and suggest to people that you must start reading literature, and you should read at least one page or two pages. You should spend at least 15 to 20 minutes on reading. It will have a lot of positive effect on your mind. Daily read 10, 15 minutes or 20 minutes is enough. Just read one page or two pages. In the start, you will not be able to cover one or two pages, but then you will develop the habit, and then you will be able to cover. There are people, they read a book in a day. There are people, they read two books in a week. An average American read a lot of books, and the books which a Pakistani read in his whole life, an average American read all those books in 1 year. So knowledge is power, and therefore those societies, the people who live in advanced society, they read each and every time. They have reading clubs, societies. They arrange debates around different books. And it is also a feature of American culture. There are a lot of clubs, reading clubs and societies. And therefore, they are more wise, they are intelligent, and they are ruling over the world just because of their knowledge and just because of their love for knowledge and love for reading and love for books. And unfortunately, we don't have that culture here in this part of the world. So first we should get the light, and then we should enlighten the people around us. So this is how we will live a good life, and we will also live a good life. And other people will also live a good life because of us. So this was all about today's topic. And we will arrange a debate around this now, and during that debate you will give me your feedback, but we will make a circle and we will debate this topic. We'll stand in a circle. It's not possible here. We will go outside, we'll stand in a circle, and we will arrange the debate about the feedback. Okay? Today there will be no camera, but next time inshallah there will be camera as well. Don't worry, today there will be no camera. Yeah. Okay, so you should take it outside and we will go outside.